3 things to help you go from $100 to $100,000 as fast as possible. And frankly, a lot of you guys ain't even gonna like what I have to tell you, but it's reality. Make sure you guys subscribe to this video, like this video if you like this type of content. I have a bunch of videos talking about investing and getting out of debt and getting your mindset straight. Hopefully trying to help somebody get financially free, right? Or at least be financially literate, right? Because a lot of us are not broke. We're just financially illiterate. We don't know what we don't know. So let's get right into it. Number 1 is put yourself first. What I mean by that is financially and educational wise, right? Put yourself first. So when you get paid, first thing we do is we pay everybody else. Everyone is number 1. Your rent, your landlord, your light bill, your cable bill, your internet bill, your cell phone bill, your car note, all these bills. We put everybody first, but we need to start putting ourselves first. You have to make sure that you put something aside for yourself, right? 25, 50 bucks, whatever it is for yourself. Whatever it is you use it for, I'm going to show you what to use it for in a little bit in this video. But whatever you use it for, it's up to you. But that's what you should do. Educational wise, put yourself first. Means before you watch Netflix, before you scroll on TikTok, before you're on YouTube watching these videos, unless you're watching a video like this that's educational, educate yourself as much as you can. Learn a skill, learn how to trade, learn about life insurances, learn about how to use other people's money to make money. There's a lot of ways to do things to put yourself to get ahead, right? To get ahead in life. And we're in 2025. Chat GPT exists. And it's just the beginning of AI, right? They're making cars that drive by themselves, robots that clean for you and do all these things. This is just the beginning. You guys can Google this. I used to have to go through encyclopedias and damn, I just aged myself. But I used to have to go to an encyclopedia to find out the information. You guys got Google and AI. Look up whatever it is you want to look up. Reach this video, right? How to go from 100 to 100 grand. That's all you have to do. Just Google how to make money, how to make your first 100,000, and you'll get a breakdown. Trust me, or you'll find videos like this that help you get there. All right. All right. So number 2, stop saving yourself rich. You're never going to be able to save enough money to be rich. It's not going to happen because inflation is ridiculous. Even if you had your money in a high yield savings account, which still, by the way, beats putting it in Chase or Wells Fargo, one of these places, because they're paying you like 0.01%, and a high yield, at least depending on the interest rates, are paying you anywhere from 3 to 5%. So I'd rather get the 3 to 5% than the 0.01%. However, when you compare the 5% at the height, right? Let's say if you're at the height of the percentage the banks are giving you, if you're getting 5% on your high yield interest and inflation's at 12 or 20 or whatever it is, you're losing money. You're in the negative every single month. It doesn't matter how much money you're getting monthly from interest. So you got to stop trying to save yourself rich, right? You have to start to invest. And that's where the first mindset comes into play. Put yourself first. If you put aside 25, 50 bucks, you have 25, 50 bucks that you can invest, right? And in the next step, I'm going to show you how you can do this without locking up your money. Most people are afraid of investing because they feel like their money's locked up and they can't take it out. I'm going to explain that in the next step, right? So that's important because investing will get you very far. Saving is not going to get you anywhere because you're playing this game in the negative every single day if you save money, right? So that's going to lead me to number 3 because I know everybody's thinking, well, if I don't save money, where am I going to put my money? 2 options. Number 3 is change your mindset when it comes to taxes and future savings, right? What do I mean by that? There are so many people that comment on my videos and other people's videos. And if I made a video saying, hey, yeah, blah, 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 I just made 100 grand in a week, which I didn't do, but let's just say I made 100 grand in a week. I'm pretty sure there'll be some trolls in the comment section saying, well, good luck on paying taxes on that, buddy. That mindset needs to change because I could care less. Now, granted, there are ways to lower your tax brackets, write-offs, getting real estate, And you can do that, right? You can do that. But let's say you know nothing about tax write-offs, right? And you're just like, you're stuck. You're going to have to pay taxes. The mindset that people have is that if they have to pay taxes, they don't want to invest. It doesn't make any sense. If I made 100 grand in a week, do you think I care that I have to pay the IRS 30 grand? I don't. I just have, because now I have $70,000 this week that I didn't have last week. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They think about the bill. Forget about the bill. Don't spend the money before you pay the taxes, right? You know what I mean? So forget about the bill. If I made 100 grand, I'll be happy to pay 30 grand in taxes if I knew nothing about tax write-offs, right? I'm super happy because I just made 70 grand. So it's money you didn't have before. So you went from being broke to having 70 grand and you're mad that you have to give up 30 grand. Of course, we all gonna be mad. Nobody wants to give up their money, but it's still 70 grand you didn't have the first time, right? And that's one of the mindsets. That's part one of this third point. And part two of this third point is using a Roth IRA. Using a Roth IRA, Roth IRA is a retirement account that you put money in after taxes. It means after your company pays you and it's in your bank account, you can take that money out and you can go to Best Buy, you can go to a restaurant. You can also take that money and put it in a Roth IRA. And a Roth IRA is investing in the stock market. You can invest in that. You don't need to know a lot about the stock market, but like I said earlier in my other point, Google it. What's the best stock or ETF to buy? ETF is a basket of stocks. So you need to know. A stock is per company, Apple stock, Amazon stock, Best Buy stock, whatever. And an ETF is Apple, Best Buy, Meta, all these stocks together in one little basket that you only have to purchase one, but you get a little bit of all of them, right? That's all you need to know. You can invest into a Roth and invest in the stock market. So instead of putting it into the bank, you could put it into a Roth. Why a Roth? Now, granted, a Roth has limitations on how much money you can put in there a year. I think it's $7,000 now, $8,000 if you're above 50, but Google that because every year it changes. But let's use the max. So let's say you take your $50 a week or whatever it is you're putting to yourself. You're putting yourself first and you start investing in a Roth. The market has gone up, year over year about on average 8 to 12%, right? It depends. This year has been crazy. We up like 18% already this year, but the years depend, right? It all depends. But the market goes up, right? And it goes up a lot faster than interest, right? Than the interest you earn in the bank or in a high yield. So in a Roth, it has a special, very special feature that people don't know, that when you invest in a Roth, that money grows tax-free that you can pull out at 59 and a half, right? I mean, you don't get charged a penalty and you don't get charged taxes when you're 59 and a half. However, the money you put in there, remember I said the max was 7 grand. Let's say you put 7,000 in your Roth. Let's say January of 2025, you put 7 grand in your Roth, you maxed it out. By December of 2025, your 7 grand is now 10 grand, right? You got $3,000 more. Let's just be realistic. Because let's say I could say 14 grand, you doubled it, but let's just say it went to 10 grand. So you just made 3 grand. You can withdraw your 7 grand penalty and tax free because that was a contribution. That was money you put in, just like your bank, right? If you put $1,000 in your bank, you could withdraw $1,000 from your bank. But if you put 1,000 in your bank, you can't withdraw 2,000, right? They don't allow you to do that because it's not your money. You don't have the money. So you got to treat the Roth the same way. If you put 7 grand in the Roth, this is the max, 7 grand or less in the Roth, and that it grows to 14 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand. I don't care what it grows to. As long as you only take back out what you put in, you're good. It's like a bank account. And a lot of people don't know that, right? Of course, Google this because you don't have to take my word for it. I'm just a guy on the internet, right? Don't take my word for it. Google it, especially with changes. Maybe the 7,000 goes up. Maybe the rules change 5 years from now. I don't know. But in 2025, you're allowed to do this. And that's it. Those 3 things, I promise, will get you to 100 grand fast. Put yourself first. Stop trying to save yourself rich. You need to invest. And then learn how to invest in a taxable account and a tax-free account. By the way, I didn't go over the taxable account. The way you can do this is you can just open a regular brokerage account anywhere, Robinhood, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, doesn't matter. Open a regular brokerage account and start investing in stocks and ETFs in there. And then, or options. Go through my last videos because it shows you how to do options. Or you can, or do both. I like doing both. Or you can do a Roth and get tax-free money when you're 59 and a half. And at any time, you can pull out your contributions. It's a good thing to do both, right? You have the taxable one and you have the tax-free one. You balance yourself, right? This one's tax-free, this one's taxes. But remember what I told you about taxes. It doesn't matter. If you have no idea how to save on taxes, it doesn't matter, because if you made 10 grand trading in a taxable account and you had to pay 3 grand to the IRS, you're still 7 grand richer than you were before you started. That's the mindset I want you guys to have. That's all I have for this video. But I promise if you do those 3 things, you're going to see some results. I can't guarantee what results. This is not financial advice. But you're going to see results. Better results than you are right now. I promise you that, because I've done it and I've seen it. So do that and then come back to this video in the future and comment below and tell me if you were successful at it. See you guys in the next one.